Today, as previously discussed in my last video, we are going to be talking all about my WIPs, my works in progress, and surprise, surprise, one finished object. So I'll go ahead and start off with the finished object, which I do not have here with me in person. My mom came to visit for a week and she took the project back home with her to give to my sister. It was a gift for my sister. It was a beanie. It was the Chunky Knit beanie by passioknitgoods. She's Passionate Kelsey here on YouTube. It was knit in the Hobby Lobby I Love This yarn in the shade Sand Dunes. I'll pop up a picture if I'm able to figure out how to do that. So the total number of grams for that yarn was 146 grams. I did end up using all 146 grams of that, except for, a small amount after weaving in ends. And that was counted toward my total that we discussed in my last video. I think it turned out really cute. I've knit that beanie a handful of times. It's double-stranded worsted weight. It is worked up on size 11 needles, I think, but I think I do a size 10 because that's what works with my gauge and doesn't make the ribbing too loose. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's go on and continue to talk about my WIPs. The first WIP I have here is the Clover tee by Leknit. I'm working it up in the Jody Long Coastline in the shade Sunshine. So far, I think I have completed 2 balls of this and I'm working on my 3rd ball, and then I have 2 other balls left to help me complete this project. I have just split for the sleeves. So I've just split for the sleeves. So I have the sleeves to work up, and then, the massive amount of stockinette you have to do for the body. And this I'm working up in the size extra large, I believe. And I did move some stitches around for the bust. So I moved, I think, 12 total stitches to the front. Yeah, that is the Clover tee by Leknit. I am working on the Berlin scarf. I am holding together Barocco Mochi in the shade Raven and Barocco Mystico in the shade Fantastical. So I am working up those 2 together. In total, I have 4 balls of the Mystico and 4 balls of the Mochi, so 8 balls of yarn total for this project. And I have completed 4, so 2 of each, and I'm on the 3rd ball of each of those. And this is what I have so far. You can see. I just think it works up beautifully. It's making this navy blue that has all these fun confetti colors, but from a distance you can't really tell. It just looks like a deep navy. But then once you get up close, you can really see all those fun effects. I'm hoping you're able to see that. So I'm about halfway through with this since I finished 2 of each ball, and then I have 2 more of each ball. So I'm about halfway done. This is something I will be keeping for myself, and I'm very excited because it is very soft. And even just having it sitting in my lap while I'm working on projects, it's very warm. So I think this is going to be a fantastic winter scarf. So yeah, that is the Berlin scarf by Susanne Müller. If I did not mention the pattern maker, it is the Berlin scarf by Susanne Müller. This here is the Sienna Summer Top by OGE Knitwear. I'm working this up in a 100% wool. I got this on the road trip that I took from my home to Louisiana. I stopped in, I think, Biloxi, Mississippi, And I got this from Wool Market Fiber. It's one of their hand-dyed yarns in-house, and I don't have the tag anymore, so I don't know the shade name, but it is this beautiful white cream color with green and pink and little splashes of purple. And I'm working this shirt up for my daughter, and I haven't split for sleeves yet, so you can't really tell much about it. That's just the name of the game. It's got a garter stitch neckline here, and then the body is worked in stockinette there, but the sleeves are worked in garter, and I think that adds a fun little detail just to a simple children's shirt. And I'm not certain that I will have enough yarn to finish this shirt completely, so if I do not, then I probably have something in stash that I can pair with this. That way I can finish up the shirt. Oh, also the pattern has a lace motif on the bottom, and I will not be doing that lace motif. I will just be doing straight stockinette all down to the bottom. So this is the Sienna Summer Top by OGE Knitwear. This here is the Woodland jumper by Pine and Fibers. I'm knitting this up for my daughter. It is worked in the Arcane Fiberworks worsted Aran weight base in the shade Forgotten Bouquet. I have split for sleeves, and then I got down here and I ran out of yarn, so I wanted to go ahead and, when I started on my second ball, start on the sleeves. That way I can get the sleeves done and the body can finish up this ball because I only did have 2 balls. This jumper I have worked up now 2 times previous. One, I followed the pattern exactly. The second time I did not. I didn't do the tree motif that's on the front. And this time I also did not include the tree motif that is on the front. So now I'm just using it as a very simple children's sweater pattern. That way I really don't have to buy another pattern. I can just adjust it however I please, and this is working up just fine. I am a pattern repeater. I know some people like to branch out more often or don't like to repeat the same pattern twice. I don't mind that. I actually find it really enjoyable. That way my children can have, you know, the same thing in a different color, and it makes the process really easy for me because I kind of start to memorize the pattern. Anyway, our last pattern or last project I have to talk about here is the Leftie shawl by Martina behm. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's B-E-H-M, behm. This, sorry for the Ziploc bag. I'll pull it out and then I'll be done. This pattern I got at my local yarn shop last Christmas, so Christmas 2024. I got this for a make-along that my local yarn shop was doing, and I started. And that's all I did. I was very new to knitting at the time. I had and still do have young children. And so this is a little bit more involved than I can handle when I'm ready to sit down and relax and get my knitting ready to go, you know. So the short rows, that is something I will have to work on in the future. And this is absolutely something I would love to work on in the future. So it is a WIP, but it's a hibernating WIP. This will not come out for probably a couple years. And honestly, I'm okay with that. I do want the finished object, so I will be hanging on to this. But I do not have the wherewithal to work on it right now. So the main color for the shawl is this green, and this is the Barocco Ultra Alpaca Light that I'm working this up in, and I'm working it on size US 7 needles. And so it features some color work And we did this make along because it kind of looks like lights. It looks like Christmas lights. So these are all the colors that came in the kit, and I have no idea what these colors are, but all of these colors are going to make the Leftie shawl by Martina behm, but not for a very, very long time, because I really like to work on things for my children. I want to work on fun things. I want to work on things for my children. And this is going to be for me. And I'm okay with waiting years, if need be, to have the time to properly give this a shot, you know? So this is probably the first and the last time you will see this Leftie shawl for a very long time. So I feel like that was kind of short and sweet. I really don't know how long I've been sitting here talking to you, but that is everything that I have to discuss with you today. Those were all my WIPs that I currently have going and the one finish project that I've had since the filming of my last video. I hope you enjoyed being able to see inside my little yarn WIP basket and seeing what kind of projects I really like to work on. That's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this, I hope you might consider subscribing, liking the video, sticking around, leaving a comment, because genuinely that's why I'm here. I am here to try to make friends in the knitting community. There are not very many people around me my age who knit or that want to share in their, knitting experience. So I really hope you stick around. I really hope you find enjoyment in these videos, and hey, maybe you want to be my friend. Anyway, that's it for me today. Bye. I filmed that last bit, and now I come to you with a box. I did not purchase this. Let's start there. I did not purchase this yarn. I have a friend who entered a giveaway, and she won a ton of yarn. This is one of the boxes of yarn she won. And she's been sitting on it for a couple months, and she decided that it's just collecting dust in her house. She's not going to use it. So now I need to decide whether or not I'm going to use it, or if I'm going to let it go. So in here is the Jackie pattern by Lisa Richardson, which honestly, that's beautiful. I would not make this though. It's very beautiful, actually. This is not something I would wear. So this is not a pattern that I would personally follow. However, there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 skeins of this Rowan Alpaca Classic. Says made with superfine alpaca and cotton. It's 25 grams, 57% alpaca, 43% cotton, and I believe it's a DK weight. Yes, okay, it's incredibly soft. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 of this gray color. And then as accent colors, this is just beautiful. It is so beautiful. There is a dark purple, a rusty orange, a mustard, a navy blue, and then the gray as the main color. I really don't think that I would knit the pattern that came in the box, and that's okay. I think a very simple, drapey, light sweater, because it has the alpaca and the cotton, it'll be light and breezy, it'll be drapey, but it'll have that warmth. So I'm not sure. I need to decide. Maybe let me know what you think in the comments, if I should keep this or if I should pass this along to somebody else who is like, oh yes, I'm absolutely gonna make that Jackie sweater. yes, these are perfect colors for me. Yes, I have the time to work something up for myself in this. But this was given to me and I need help deciding, like, am I going to add this to my totals? Am I going to add this to my collection? I think it's beautiful. I think the color selection is actually top notch. Very fall. I love fall. So anyway, I just wanted to pop that in here as a little, I don't know, exciting news. And you just let me know what you think.